I'm now the last of my tribe.
Oh. Our tribe has been through some tough times, too. He's basically Jewish.
What's up everyone, hope you're all having a great day or night, and a few days ago the Knuckles Show finally released on Paramount Plus, and what did I think of it? I really liked it.
I won't, son! I never...
But I didn't at first though, because there was a previous recording before this where I tore the show to shreds. I fucking hated it at first, but then last night I was like kind of reminiscing in a positive way. I was like, wait a minute, I like this scene and this scene and this scene. And then I just decided to rewatch the whole show. I rewatched every single episode. Yeah man, I really like the show now. It has reached the point where I would rather watch this show than both Sonic Movie 1 and 2. I am not joking. And I'll probably get cooked for this, but you know what? Fuck it, it's my video, and I usually don't really give a shit when people disagree with me. People are not a fan of this show. People hate it, and I just want to say, I understand. We were promised a Knuckles show, and we didn't really get that much Knuckles in the Knuckles show, but when it comes to actual Sonic stuff, it's the Sonic movie universe. What did you expect? Of course these writers don't respect the games, we already knew that. And don't give me that, well, Jeff Fowler worked on Sonic games before, so he can. I don't give a shit. I'm not seeing it. Action speaks louder than words, and the actions I've seen show me that they do not care about the games. So, with all being said and done, I am gonna talk about Knuckles now. First of all, I really enjoyed the plot. Even on my first viewing, while I didn't really like the show at first, I did enjoy the plot. I loved the whole Knuckles helping Wade to become a kidnapped warrior and going to the bowling tournament. All that shit, I really liked it. But I'm not gonna dwell too much on the plot because it's kind of like the characters that I enjoyed the most in the show and the reason why I like the show so much in the first place. So of course we're gonna begin with Knuckles himself. Knuckles is great, man. I love the action. I love how he used the drill claw from Adventure. I love how he glided. As you can hear, the things I liked about him the most are related to the games because obviously I am a Sonic game fan. I also really like how he related to Wade and the fact that they both had absent fathers because, you know, both of them either left or died and they could relate to that. I really like the talks Knuckles and Wade had together, especially at the Burger Shack. I love that talk a lot. Yeah man, Knuckles, he was a fun protagonist, what can I say? If you like Knuckles in Sonic Movie 2, then just have more Knuckles. He didn't really develop that much, he kind of stayed the same throughout the whole show. Wade kind of takes center stage for most of the show. Now I can understand why people don't like this, because obviously Wade is not Knuckles, and Knuckles is a Sonic character, and Wade is not a Sonic character, and people want to see Sonic stuff in their Sonic content, including me. But honestly, I don't know man, I really like Wade. He's such a likable character and you really root for him, you know, you want to see him achieve his goals of becoming a bowling champion or something like that in that direction. You also really feel bad for him when you find out his dad left him in the store. And I also really like the ending of the show where Wade was fighting against, what was his name? I think his name was you know what, I'm gonna call him Zavok. I really liked it, especially when they showed the flashbacks of the show. I've seen a lot of people say that they didn't really believe Knuckles and Wade were actual friends at the end, but I don't know man, I bought it. I really liked it, and I don't know man, the ending of the show was just really wholesome, them seeing them become friends. Okay, I forgot to talk about the villains. The gun ages were alright, the buyer was boring. That's all I really have to say. Okay, bye. So what now, right? I enjoyed the characters. Oh well, so what? I enjoyed the characters in Sonic Movie 1 and 2, but I don't really like those movies. So why do I like the show so much? I just think it's funny. I don't really think Sonic Movie 1 and 2 were that funny, but there was something about this show's humor that just kind of hits. And I know people hated the ending, but I honestly really love how cliche it was. And of course, I need to talk about episode 4. Everyone has hated on episode 4. I'm gonna talk about this whole episode 4 thing right now, because a lot of people have hated on it, and I just want to give them my full thoughts on it. So, oh, time for Sonic 06 music, baby! The episode title was called Flames of Disaster. For those who don't know, the Flames of Disaster mean IBLIS. If you're a Sonic fan, a Sonic fan, then you know that Solaris, Split, is Mephiles, and IBLIS. So I was just watching the show, and then Wade Knuckles was talking about finding the Flames of Disaster, and I was like, I guess IBLIS is in this thing. But then I still didn't really believe it because we only saw Angel Island. So then I was like, you know what, it's just gotta be something dumb. But then the goal sign played and I saw the larva design from the second IBLIS boss, and I was just really fucking confused. Because one, he does not look like IBLIS at all. Obviously it was very, you know, shittily made because it's a stage play, and the eyes weren't even green. Maybe there was some miscommunication in between, you know, making the episodes, but you know what? fuck it, I do not give a shit because I just thought it was fun, man. It was just a fun little distraction. I don't hate episode 4. I can understand why you would hate it. This really feels like something Nostalgia Critic would make. But to come out real quick, because he is in the show and I do not like him in the show. I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm all about changing characters if it helps the adaptation, but this didn't add anything. In the games, if you know Pachacamac, he was a very greedy character, you know, he wanted the emeralds for himself, and that's what got his whole species killed, except for Knuckles, obviously. In this show, he's just there. He's like a joking character. He's always laughing. He talked about the Mets losing again. Although I did like this scene.
Just do it, man.
Also, I forgot to mention Sonic and Tails, but that's because they're only in episode 1, and that's about it. They're only in episode 1. But all in all, I can't hate the show, man. I think I had a good time. The second viewing, obviously. The first viewing, I was kind of stubborn because, you know, I wanted a Knuckles show and we didn't really get a Knuckles show. And when I say Knuckles, you gotta remember here, I am a Sonic game fan first and foremost. Obviously, I wanted a real Knuckles show. I was expecting him to treasure hunt the emeralds because at the end of Sonic Movie 2, the emeralds disappeared, so I was expecting him to go after the emeralds in Sonic Adventure style levels. You know what I mean? But we didn't really get that. I was expecting Rouge, I was expecting the Chaotix, and you could say I was asking for too much here, but honestly, I just wasn't realistic enough, because like I said before in the beginning of the video, these writers simply do not care about the games. We just have to accept that fact. We're talking about the movie universe here. I really hope Sonic Adventure 2 is more game focused, because now they have an excuse because they're in a human world, and Sonic Adventure 2 also takes place in a human world. I'm gonna end it off there. I enjoyed Knuckles. If you're a Sonic fan and you're expecting some Knuckles shit, then you're gonna be disappointed like I was the first time. This is just Knuckles and Wade's wacky hijinks, and it doesn't really more than that, so just enjoy the ride. Let me know in the comments what you think about the show. But all being said and done, thank you all for watching, have a great day or night, and as usual, I'll see you all on the other side.